many cheer tryouts? What am I going to do? Hey guys, it's Melina, and for today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how to make your cheer team. So let's get started. First of all, I wanted to apologize if you've already had your tryouts. I didn't realize that some people had tryouts so early because my tryouts aren't until June. So if you've already had them, I'm really sorry, but if you haven't, then hopefully this video will help you. I'm currently a freshman and I got on Varsity this year. You were saying? Whoa. That was so creepy. At my school, there are two teams. There is Varsity and Junior Varsity. Everyone that tried out made a team. It was just they either made Varsity or JV. Varsity is more advanced than JV, but I have seen some JV teams at competitions that are amazing, so it all just depends on the school. So this video can help you make Varsity or just either team in general. My first tip is to have passion and to want to join the team. In my experience, the cheerleaders aren't even popular, and if they are, it's not because of cheerleading. It's definitely not like how it is in the movies or TV shows, so don't join the cheer team just because you want to be popular or fit in. Also make sure that you're not joining just to make friends or anything, especially if it's a competitive cheer team, because if the team is competitive, then it is a sport, so if you're just looking for friends, then it's much better to join a club. The coaches are looking to put together a team that will all work towards the same goal, and if you don't want to be there, the coaches will know right off the bat at tryouts. Tip number 2 is to go to all of what I like to call the preps. This includes conditioning, clinics, and spring cheer if your school has it. Conditioning is basically working out and getting in shape for the season. Clinics are where they teach you the dances and the cheers and stuff. There are all types of clinics. There are stunt clinics, tumbling clinics, and there's also clinics for the cheer and the dance, so make sure you go to all of them. A lot of the time, conditioning and clinics are mandatory anyway, so you don't really have a choice. Also, spring cheer. At my school, they have a spring game so that the football players can start prepping for the new season. This is also great for cheerleaders because it allows you to get to know the coaches and the girls and start learning stuff for tryouts. Not every school has this, but if they do, it's probably also going to be mandatory. Any prepping before tryouts really allows the coaches to get to know you before you try out, so it's really important that you go to them, especially if they're optional. They really want to get to know you and it shows your work ethic, and they're just really important. Last year, there were 2 girls that were also going into freshman year, and they didn't have a lot of tumbling or stunt experience, but during spring cheer and conditioning, where we had to lift weights and run a mile every Thursday and Friday, they really got to show off how hard they can work, and they both got on Varsity. I definitely think the conditioning helped me get on Varsity as well because I had just come off of track season, so I always came first in the mile, and I think that really showed the coaches how hard I could work. If your school's conditioning is similar to that with the mile and the lifting weights and that kind of scared you off, don't worry, but I think it would be helpful to start working on endurance by running and doing workouts. Tip number 3, be respectful to the coaches and veteran cheerleaders. If you're disrespectful before the season even starts, you're probably not going to get chosen to be on the team because they're looking for girls that will listen during practice. Also, if you receive any corrections from coaches or veteran cheerleaders, they're just trying to help you, so don't take any offense to them. Just like the coaches, the veteran cheerleaders also want the best for the team. Also, the veteran cheerleaders might be your teammates next year, so it's important to start off on the right foot with them. Tip number 4 is to know the basics. This is really important if you've never cheered before because you'll be able to focus on improving rather than learning. So the basic motions are a high V, low V, T, broken T, tabletop or daggers, touchdown, and low touchdown. These motions will most likely be used in the cheers that you will learn, so it's really important to perfect these and make sure that they're really sharp. In cheers, you want to make sure that you're super loud but also not singing it. Make sure to fully pronounce every word. A clasp is also used a lot in cheers. It's kind of like a clap, but you're wrapping your hands together rather than just keeping them straight. In cheers, your elbows will probably not be together just because it looks weird, but in jumps, they will always be together. In a fist, you want to have your thumb on the outside of your fingers like this. Your wrist should never be bent or broken. And when in V's, you want the part of the fist with the thumb to be pointing out. Another basic is cleaning, where you slap your hands in front of you after a skill or while transitioning. Sometimes you'll be told to have your hands in fists and other times in blades. In blades, make sure that your thumb is touching the rest of the fingers. The basic jumps are a toe touch, toes should be pointed and facing up, and the arms shouldn't go past the shoulders. Right and left hurdlers. The leg in front should be straight with a pointed toe, the leg in back should be bent, and the arms should be in front of you with your head still looking up, and a pike. Legs should be straightened together, toes should be pointed, arms should be in front of you, and the head should still be looking up. With stunting, there's not really a way to prep for it without actually doing it. But if you think you'll be a base, you can try working on the basic load-in to a prep with a shoe. Hold the shoe with bent legs, a straight back, and looking up. Your hands should be like this, and when you bring up the shoe, it should be about shoulder level with your hands like this. Tip number 5 is energy and sharpness. Never be embarrassed to give it all you got. The root of cheerleading is spirit, so the more spirit you have, the more likely you are to get chosen. Also, having sharp motions in the cheer and the dance is awesome. And make sure that you always smile because you want to look happy. You're going to be a cheerleader. You're supposed to be cheering on people, and a smile can definitely win over the judges. The final tips are for what to wear and the tryout process in general. At my school, we all get the shirt from the spring game, and we're told to wear it with black shorts. But if your school doesn't tell you to wear anything specific or a specific color or anything, I would just go with a black shirt, black shorts, and tennis shoes. For your hair, once again, if they don't tell you anything specific to wear, I would just go for a low ponytail. It looks very uniform and more school-like. Also, make sure that you're not wearing any jewelry because many schools have rules against this. For the tryout process, every school is different, but at my school, it's spread out over about 3 days, and we learn the dance and the cheer, and then we perform the dance and the cheer, we perform jumps, we do tumbling, and there's a stunt tryout, and there's also an interview portion. And on the final day, a few hours after tryouts, they post the results. If you're nervous, don't worry about it. Everyone is just as nervous as you are, including the veteran cheerleaders. I really hope that this video helps you make it, and if you do make it, let me know in the comments. I wish you the best of luck. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!